You have a budget of 4 million shillings and you are in the market for a crossover SUV, but you are spoiled for choices. Here is a list of 5 crossover SUVs to consider, their specs, pros, and cons. Number 1, the Toyota Harrier. For 3.5 million to 4 million Kenya shillings, you can get yourself the current generation of the Toyota Harrier. It has a beautiful stance and a masculine presence that not only has attracted aunties but also managed to bag men as well. Most trims of the Harrier we have in the country have a 2-liter engine that provides up to 155 horses of power and 196 Newton meters of torque with a CVT transmission that drives the front wheels. If you're not a power junkie, this is sufficient for your daily car needs. However, if you think you need more power, you can go for the premium trim that comes with a turbocharger mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission, and some come with 2-wheel drive and others come with all-wheel drive. With this trim, you will get up to 231 horses of power and 350 Newton meters of torque. These are the pros of the Toyota Harrier. Number 1, reliability. Toyotas in general are known to be very reliable cars, so she will serve you well. Number 2, you get average fuel consumption of 12 kilometers per liter, which is in a good range for most people. These are the cons of the Harrier. Number 1, it is a thief magnet. Kwa traffic, side mirrors huenda. Some are even now grabbing the front grille. Number 2, the replacement parts are on the higher side for a Toyota. For example, a pair of headlights for the Harrier is 200 to 250,000 Kenyan shillings. Number 3, the naturally aspirated SUV is underpowered. You will need to make extra calculations for you to overtake trucks and lorries on the highway. Number 4, the turbocharged one is a very rare option in the local market, but a few models are available for direct import from Japan. Number 5, the safety of the Harrier stands at 4 stars, or you can choose to get the Europe spec, which has a 5-star Euro NCAP rating. For the price of 4 million shillings, you lack some extra features such as a USB port for the rear passengers, and there's no 360-degree camera and no head-up display. The last con for the Harrier is the wheelbase is rather short, making the turning radius of the car a bit larger. That is because the front end of the car extends a bit further. Adding to the fact that there's no 360-degree camera, you'll need to be extra careful while turning in tight spaces. Maybe you are saying that the Harrier is for a mama. You may want to look at the Subaru Forester SJ5 or the SK9. The price range is also the same, from 3.5 million to 4 million Kenyan shillings. Right from the beginning, we will agree that this is a very muscular car. The SJ5 has a 2000cc naturally aspirated engine that gives up to 155 horses of power. The SK9 trim has a 2500cc naturally aspirated engine that gives up to 180 horses of power. This trim comes with all the extra fancy features such as the all-round parking sensors, adaptive cruise control with lane departure warning and lane keep assist, comfortable leather interiors, heated seats and steering wheel, electronic parking brake, etc. One big pro for the Forester is the high safety standard they carry with their eyesight safety package. It is considered one of the best driver assist and safety feature system in the car industry, especially from JDM. Another pro for the Subaru is the legendary symmetrical all-wheel drive system, which is always considered one of the best in the industry. Performance-wise, the Forester has a steady power delivery, making it powerful and decent. It is a comfortable car in the inside, with a huge headroom and legroom. The ride is also comfortable, right from the ride quality to the minimal road noise you get when cruising at high speeds. You can easily do long distances with it. The only ugly side of the Forester could be the CVT transmission, which is not favored by enthusiasts who want to feel every gear shift running through their body. The next option is the Mazda CX-5. Priced between 3 million and 3.5 million Kenya shillings for 2017 models, you may be tempted to get the CX-5 because you have seen them all over everywhere. It is like imekuwa uniform of the Kenyan roads. From the reviews we have received around, the CX-5 stands as a very solid option for anyone scouting for a crossover SUV. From the way it looks to the refined driving dynamics, it pretty much ticks every box an SUV should have. The CX-5 comes with 3 engine options, the 2-liter petrol, the 2.5-liter petrol and the 2.2-liter diesel. The commonest ones on Kenyan roads are the 2.2-liter diesel options, which gives up to 173 horses of power and 418 Newton meters of torque. The XDL package comes with extra niceties such as the sunroof, a 360-degree camera, heated seats and steering wheel, adaptive cruise control with lane keep assist, and lane departure warning and adaptive headlights. A head-up display is standard across all the trims. Fuel consumption for this specific trim is an average of 13 kilometers per liter. These are the pros of the CX-5. Number 1, it carries the badge of reliability with honor. In terms of reliability, it is going hand in hand with Toyotas. The second pro is it has a 5-star rating from Euro NCAP, which makes it one of the safest SUVs to drive. Another pro is that the top trim comes with a superb surround sound system. If you're a music nerd, you won't need to add aftermarket sound system to the car. Another pro for the CX-5 is that the infotainment system can be changed from Japanese to English at the click of a button. For the other JDMs, it is either you have to do a system firmware update or live with the Japanese language for the rest of your life. These are the cons to the CX-5. Number 1, it is a very common car on Kenyan roads. For someone who prefers to be unique and out of the crowd, it may not be the one for you. And then for the base grade CX-5, while the ride is smooth and comfortable, it is not as exciting as the Forester would be. So the preferred option would be either the 2.2-liter diesel or the 2.5-liter petrol for those who want dopamine hits fed from the higher power. Maybe you are saying that I don't want something as common as the CX-5, yet as good or even better. We have the Mitsubishi Outlander, a very underrated SUV if you ask me. The Outlander will come in 2 engine options. The first one is a 2000cc hybrid option and the 2400cc naturally aspirated option. Both are petrol engines. The 2000cc delivers up to 197 horses of power and the 2400cc gives up to 201 horses of power. You realize that when it comes to power, the Outlander outperforms the other JDM models by quite a margin. The non-hybrid option gives an average fuel consumption of 12 kilometers per liter. But if you are wise enough, you'll go for the PHEV hybrid option, which will give you an impressive fuel economy of up to 50 kilometers per liter. Imagine having 50 kilometers for every liter. The CX-5 is like the hot girl who is beautiful from just looking at her from a distance. The Outlander is not the hottest girl in the group, but the more you know her, the more attractive and beautiful she becomes. These are the pros of the Outlander. The PHEV gives the best fuel economy among all the hybrid vehicles I know. The Outlander, compared to the competition, is one of the crossover SUVs that will come with either as 5-seater or a 7-seater, so it becomes fit for huge families. The Outlander comes with all-wheel drive as standard. The system may not be as aggressive as Forester's symmetrical all-wheel drive, but it will get the job done in an off-road situation. The hybrid trim comes with a high voltage power outlet. Ukiamua kuenda camping ama road trips nayo, just know that your Outlander can give you enough electricity to power everything you need powered. Another pro is that the Outlander is not as common as the Harriers and the CX-5s, so hata hawezi hawashughuliki nayo as much. You also get a powered tailgate as standard across all trims. The infotainment system is quite an old one, kascreen kadogo that can't get much done. Another con is that as much as it is more powerful, the acceleration is quite low, and that is because it carries more weight compared to the other options. Maybe wewe ni high class na unasema you can't do JDM SUVs, but your budget is still limited to 4 million. I have 2 options for you. The first option is the Volkswagen Tiguan. It comes with a 1400cc turbocharged engine that gives up to 150 horses of power. It is purely a front-wheel drive SUV. Of course, it is a German machine, so you'll get all the fancy German tech and features packed in it. The fuel economy is not bad, sitting at an average of 15 kilometers to the liter, and that is because it is a small engine. Special features to highlight for the Tiguan is that it has an Android Auto and Apple CarPlay for the infotainment system, and the infotainment system is also more modern. Also interesting enough is you get soft close doors on the Tiguan. Here are the pros of the Tiguan. Number 1, a more modern interior, which includes a modern infotainment system and a digital instrument cluster. The second pro is that it has a 360-degree camera, which is standard. In combination with other driver assist features, navigating tight spaces is much easier. It also has a premium surround sound system, so for music nerds, you are sorted. The cons of the Tiguan. Number one, the running costs are slightly higher in terms of maintenance and service. Of course, it is a German machine, that is expected. The top trim model prices go above the 4 million mark, going up to 4.5 million shillings. Another con is that the Tiguan has the tiniest boot space compared to the JDM options. The back room is also slightly crumpled up. It may not be the best for carrying 3 people at the back. Another con for the Tiguan for that price point, I find it rather odd that the seats are manually adjustable. Another German option would be the BMW X2. I know many of you may not know that an X2 exists because we jump straight from X1 to X3, then X4, X5, X6, going to X7. That is because production for BMW X2 began in 2017 and the sales started in 2018 as a first generation. The BMW X2 is based on the BMW X1 platform with a sportier exterior styling with a better interior and technology. The one stocked locally is now up to 4.5 million. Some are stretching to 5 million shillings for reasons unknown, but this SUV should cost between 3.5 million to 4 million bob. The X2 comes with either 1500cc petrol or diesel and a 200cc petrol or diesel, all of which are turbocharged engines. The 1500cc petrol gives up to 138 HP and the diesel one gives 114 HP. The 2-liter diesel engine gives up to 188 horses of power and the petrol one gives 228 horses of power. Then there is an M35i with a 2-liter straight 4 engine that gives up to 302 horses of power. They will come either in 2-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. There's not so much local used units of the X2, so there's no user experience or consumer reviews for the local market. However, from the foreign markets, it seems to be a super solid option for that budget from Germany. Also, since it is based on the X1 platform, it shouldn't be a problem as long as you take good care of it. Here are the pros of the X2. Number one, a very sporty design. Number two, the X2 gives us one of the most powerful crossover SUVs in this list. The M35i gives up to 302 horses of power. The most highlighted downside for the X2 is the tiny rear windshield. It gives the car a sporty look, but it creates a massive blind spot at the back. Another observable con for the X2 is the low ground clearance compared to the other crossover SUVs. You may want to reconsider the roads you use if you decide to get one. Another con, just like the Tiguan, the X2 has higher maintenance costs compared to the JDM options. What are my final thoughts on this list? For those who want the 10/10 hot babe without giving a care about anything else, get the CX-5. The best value for money will be the 2200cc diesel option or the XDL package. Or you are the one who is laid back, hutaki attention mob, get the Outlander PHEV. With that, you get the best fuel economy, a 7-seater option for big families, and it is also a laid back SUV yenye haina kelele mob. Also, it will favor your long road trips and camping adventures. For the German options, you need to have a slightly larger pocket for them. My first go-to option will be the BMW X2, either the 20D X-Drive or the 20i X-Drive. You will have the looks, the power, and the prestige of driving a German machine. To import any of these crossover SUVs or any other car for that matter, feel free to reach out. I do car imports on behalf of clients from Japan, UK, Singapore to Kenya. Kuna links kwa bio or contact me via the number provided in the bio. Otherwise, support me by subscribing, following, sharing, and commenting your thoughts kwa comment section. Adios, tuchekiane next time.